27 now. We were talking and got distracted, and
Yep.
next thing I knew, it was 6 o'clock, and like, okay, now we're live on YouTube. Hi guys. And now we're still behind the video there. Hey, look at us. It's us. Episode 200 of the ThinkSoJoE show here on all WNY. That's crazy. 200 episodes.
It is.
200. Like, wow.
Yeah.
To think, like, I started this show, like, I was going to do this show regardless of if it was on all WNY or not. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of, Scott took over the show, took over the company again. And once I saw that, I'm like, wait, you're in charge again? And he said, yeah. I said, well, shit, man, I'll come work for you.
Hell yeah.
Instead of competing against you. And here we are, 200 episodes later of the ThinkSoJoE show.
Yeah.
It's awesome. been a wild ride, and yeah.
Just since I've been here, look at the cool shit that we've done.
Well, I know. Did that Warped Tour thing? That was cool.
Tour thing.
We did
interviews with various local and national artists.
We did the thing at Sugar City, the
that was fun.
Really tour kickoff or whatever that was. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a Halloween show.
Yeah.
It was before Halloween, but it was a costume party. Because I remember Cam had his battle vest on, but he had his Jake onesie on underneath it. It was really cute.
I remember we met people since then who were there, but they were in costume, so we didn't recognize them when we met them.
Yeah, like Ashton.
Yeah. And that was where I found out that Ryan from Shambles knows how to floss.
Oh, my God.
There's also the night Rasmus Dahlin scored his first NHL goal. I remember that because, like, I was trying to watch the game, but I was getting shitty reception.
Yeah.
And so I saw Dahlin's goal, and I look up at Ryan, and I see Ryan just, yes! I'm like, you saw it. He's like, and we were celebrating because, like, yeah, Rasmus Dahlin scored a goal, and now he's on pace to be like one of the top scoring defensemen before the age of 20 ever.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he turns 20 after the season, so he's still got time to climb up a little higher. But Buffalo needs to score goals at all for that to happen, and.
They do it once in a while, don't they?
Yeah, what happens is they do it early, but they don't do it often. They'll go up 2-0 and then lose 5-2.
Yeah.
Which has been the case for 2 of the last 3 games, and then the last game they were up 1-0 and lost 3-1. So, what are you going to do?
I don't know. What are you going to do?
Not make the playoffs. That's what you're going to do if you're Buffalo. Again.
Well, there's next year.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that how we get through this?
As Brian would say, the cry of the Buffalo sports team, Buffalo sports fan. It's a rebuilding year. Speaking of Brian hosted a shit ton of these episodes.
Yeah.
And is very happy that even though he's not here with us today, he still gets to be a small part of the show.
Indeed.
Because today we're premiering a new song from the Living Braindead.
Oh, shit.
Finally. It's like, I'm sitting here, I keep getting all these emails from Reverb Nation, right? And it's like, you have the opportunity to do this. You have the opportunity to do that. You can send your song to this. You can send your song. I'm like, we don't have songs. I mean, we have songs. We just don't have recorded songs.
Yeah.
So, and now finally we're able to, we're going to talk about it a little later on, but we're able to finally give out some details of when you can get your hands on our EP.
That's so awesome.
Title and all that stuff. We've got the new lyric video for the song we're playing today. This Isn't My Final Form. That's going to go live on YouTube at 8:30.
That's awesome.
It's going to premiere. So you can check that out after the show. Once the show's over, the link is in the description if you're watching us on YouTube. The link's in the description to the lyric video. Mm-hmm. And I'll be there. I'll be in the chat while the video's going on. It's only a couple of minutes long, but it's,
That's awesome.
Something to get out there finally and say, hey, here's some music. And
Yeah. And I mean, look at all the shows and show offers that you guys are looking at.
I mean,
we haven't had music out. Like,
yeah, I mean,
once people hear you, it's going to be...
We've got to do some cool shit, and we haven't even had music out. So that's kind of where we're at now is, we've got all these shows coming up, and now we have music coming out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm expecting to hopefully get busier maybe. I don't know, but we got a ton of... We just announced a couple of shows. We're doing the Folk and Punk Fest in Cortland.
Mm-hmm.
That's April 4th. We've got the... what is the
oh my goodness,
Compass House?
Yeah.
The Compass House benefit on May 2nd here at Stamps.
Okay.
With Cardboard Homestead. We just announced we're doing Porch Fest, South Buffalo Porch Fest this year.
That's awesome.
Which happens to fall on the same day that we're playing the All WNY Prom.
Oh my God.
So that's gonna be crazy. We're talking about what we're gonna do for Porch Fest because we don't think we're gonna do our usual set for Porch Fest.
I don't think you can by the rules.
Well, see, Porch Fest is you need to play at acoustic volume. Like you either play acoustic or you plug your amps in and play those at acoustic volume. So now it's like, okay, well, if we got to do that, why are we going to play a full electric set? One, we can help Kevin not fucking blow out his voice.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
And then we can also have we also differentiate that set from the set we're doing later on that night.
Yeah.
And also, we follow the rules and do something different for Porch Fest, which would be great. It's going to be fun. And we could play things slower and kind of pad it out because we have an hour set for Porch Fest. So.
And honestly, and I think I heard that Kevin's mother said this too. Like, Kevin can sing.
Oh, yeah.
And he does a lot of shout singing.
Yeah.
But he can sing very nicely.
Oh, yeah.
And giving him like a situation where he can display his voice a little differently, it would be nice because he has the voice.
We're finally playing with Muddle too. Kevin's excited about that's the May 5th show, May 2nd shows.
Sweet.
Getting my dates all screwed up here.
Oh, you got so many of them.
Yeah. Starting with this Saturday at Tudor Lounge with the Barksdales, their EP release show.
That's awesome, but the EP has actually been available.
Which is what I was going to... I found out as I was researching for today's show and like looking for music, because I was like, oh, let me see if the Barksdales have anything from their new EP up. Turns out the EP's been up for like 6 months now, which is cool, I guess. We're playing an EP release for an EP that released 6 months ago, but...
Maybe they didn't have physical copies.
Maybe, that's
or maybe
probably...
they're... I don't know. Maybe this is just like the big official release.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was just kind of like they quietly uploaded everything and didn't tell anybody, and now they're just like, oh, hey, our EP's coming out.
Yeah.
We're waiting on, we've got physical copies coming of
and they're going to look great.
They're going to look great. There's a slight difference between what we envisioned and what they're going to look like, but it's... it was either like say yes to this minor detail that's different, or it was wait an extra day or two. And it's just like, you know what? No, let's just say fuck it. It's fine. Nobody's going to notice the difference anyway.
Except for you guys.
Except for us, because we planned it a different way, but it's coming out just fine. It's coming out a more traditional way than what we envisioned, but it'll still get the point across as to kind of what we were going for.
That's good.
So, but yeah, we got the physical copies, we got digital distribution. So like all that's happening, and we'll give you the date and everything a little bit later on.
Sweet.
So that's been basically my week.
Yeah, you've been pretty busy.
Since like last Tuesday has been getting everything finalized for the release and everything, and so I did like profile pictures for everybody to use on social media. Mm-hmm. And I said, yeah, once we announce everything, if you guys want to use these profile pictures. And Brian immediately switched to his.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
So I'm like, fuck it, I'm switching to mine too.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So on my social media, I've got the profile picture related to the EP. So
it looks pretty cool.
And I just updated all the social media for Living Braindead. I updated our Bandcamp, our Reverb Nation, all that stuff too, with the new, new style artwork, I guess, the new color scheme and all that. So the only thing I haven't done is the website. That's going to go up right after the video premiere tonight.
Sweet.
With the new graphics, color scheme, and everything. Cool. So yeah, that's been my week.
Yeah.
Like that and spending a shit ton of money. Which seems to be every week now.
yeah,
Well, so I got my pedal board and everything, and I got that all set up, and it's fine. I got the 2 plugs that come with my pedals, which are just like huge and like just unwieldy, but like it's fine. All I have to do is just plug them into my power strip, plug the power strip in. It's quick, but it could be quicker. So I'm like, all right, let me get the power supply I need. And the power supply I want, I could have got one for, I think, 150 or 140 or something like that. But there was a low profile one that's like smaller.
Okay.
And they're like, no, it's probably about the same volume, but it's shorter and wider instead of.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like it's not as thick. So I wanted that one, which was like $20 more.
Oh, that's.
And I went to order it, and it's like, you have to call us. Like, fuck, all right. Well, I don't want to call to order shit, but okay. So I call up Sweetwater, and I talk to my sales rep, Ben.
Yeah.
I say, hey, Ben, this is what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to power these 2 pedals. I'm told this power supply will work. Can you help me? Can you tell me what I need? Mm-hmm. And, he's like, you know what? I want to make sure that it's going to work for you before I sell it to you.
That's awesome.
He said, let me check with some guys around the office, with some of the other reps, see if they've done it, if they know that it'll work. I will give you a call back.
Yeah.
I said, okay, cool, man. I appreciate that. So he calls me back maybe 20 minutes later. He says, okay, so I talked to some guys around the office, and they've said they've done this with this power supply. But we don't sell the cables you need to do it. And hopefully nobody from Sweetwater's listening to this, because I don't want to get the guy in trouble. But he says...
you dropped his name, too.
I did. And now I'm wishing I hadn't. But he was like... he's like, I'll tell you where you can... I'll help you find the cables you need. And he sent me the link. And, it was... So I got the power supply today, and I got to wait till tomorrow to get the cables because I had to order them elsewhere.
Such a tease.
But he went above and beyond to help me out and get what I needed and make sure that what I was ordering was going to work. Because he was also the sales rep that refunded me on the thing that didn't work a couple of weeks ago, which I come to find out was because these adapters that are meant to plug into the pedals that I have are not are not correct for the pedals I have. They're what you call positive center polarity.
Okay.
And my pedals take negative center polarity.
That's
so
irritating.
It's also dangerous. Like it's not danger like physically dangerous. But it's not really like physically dangerous, but it could damage my $600 pedals.
Right, you're investing like a lot of money in this equipment. You don't want to fuck around and like.
And you assume because they call it an L6 adapter, which is short for line 6, and it's supposed to be, it's supposed to convert the one spot, 2.1 millimeter plug to the line 6 2.5 millimeter plug. You would think because it's called line 6, you just assume.
Yeah.
it's the right polarity and it's going to work. No, that's what, and I found out the day I had to call Sweetwater. So I'm like, by the way, Ben, I found out what was wrong with this thing. You know?
Oh, yeah. What did he say about that?
He said, really? I said, yeah. He said, that's weird. I said, yeah, that's what I said. He says, oh, yeah, no, that's okay. Well, that makes sense why it didn't work then. Like, yeah, it does. Thanks for the refund, by the way, bud. Not making me send it back, but, you know.
Yeah.
Go through the hassle of sending it back. But, I mean, I get, like, that order was like $30. So it was like,
yeah.
It was cheaper for them to just refund me than it would be to refund me and ship it back.
True.
So, but yeah, shout out to Sweetwater Sound. They do, you know, Ben went above and beyond to help me get what I need, and hopefully, you know, I'm gonna get everything tomorrow, and I'll get everything tested out, and hopefully be using it by Saturday.
And then you guys can hear all about it next week.
You can hear all about it next week. Yeah, next week you're gonna hear all about I'm opening for Head PE Saturday.
Oh,
next
yeah?
Saturday.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. Like,
my sister's got her ticket.
I know.
I gotta get mine still.
Yeah. A few people still got to get theirs. If you haven't bought one yet, you can reach out to any of us in the Living Braindead. We still have some.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if you can't get to us or we can't get to you, you can order them through our Bandcamp, livingbraindead.bandcamp.com. Those are up, and also now our Green Jello May 1st in Rochester tickets.
Oh my God, awesome.
Are available. John Cena's congratulating us on show 200, which is, I'm sure, Laura Moore under a different account. But anyways, yeah, so, yeah, the Green Jello tickets finally went up on the website yesterday, so you can order those. Because we finally got them. And here's the thing about getting the Head PE, the Green Jello tickets finally. Is it took us so long to get the Green Jello tickets, the people we were going to sell Green Jello tickets to just bought them. So, like, they didn't buy them from us. They bought them through the through, you know, the venue.
At least they're going. That's
big
picture. I know that you guys get credit per ticket, but at least these people are going and going to see you.
They wanted us to sell 20 tickets.
Yeah.
How the fuck are we going to sell 20 tickets if we don't
have tickets?
If we're telling people, hey, we're going to have tickets for the show, and we don't have tickets for the show?
Yeah.
So I think I've sold one, and I still have to ship it out. That's the hoodie that's behind me. It still needs to go out because I was waiting on the tickets.
Which looks fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, the hoodies are great.
Yeah.
I just bought a tank top yesterday from Mark Lee.
Yeah.
Local rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was scrolling through Facebook, and he's got a picture of a pretty girl wearing his T-shirt, as he usually, the tank top anyway. And I saw the shirt. I'm like, oh shit, man, that's a cool shirt. I was like, can I get that in T-shirt form? And he said, well, I only got tank tops, but what size you need? And I'll bring it to you. I'll bring it to you tomorrow. I said, oh man, yeah, get me an XL. I'll rock a tank top, sure. I don't
do the muscle shirts, so why not?
Well, I mean, it's different. I put it on yesterday. It's different.
I didn't see it on you.
No, but you were sleeping.
Yeah.
But I put it on. It's different than just wearing a T-shirt with the sleeves cut off.
Yeah, they fit different.
And but so I'm kind of like, well, I might wear a work shirt over it,
like your Dickies shirt.
Yeah, like my shirt I usually wear for Yellow Sauce.
That'll look good.
Yeah, I'll figure out a good look for that. But yeah, so I bought this tank top from Mark Lee, who stopped by and chatted with him for a little bit, and real nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't.
He's probably the best rapper in Buffalo, and he's a real nice guy.
That's very cool.
We've been friends on Facebook for a while because of the show, actually. Because I would, see he had shows coming up and be like, all right, we're gonna play some Mark Lee.
Yeah.
Because I think he's a great. I think he's a great rapper. I think John Cena's a great rapper too. I got that album. Can't see me. Anyway. Yeah, so exactly. Anyway.
I told you I'd pick some of this shit up.
So anyway, yeah, so he dropped by. We had a nice chat. He might drop by the show in a couple of weeks. He's got a show in May he wants to come on and promote.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
We always love having guests.
Oh, of course.
We always love having guests, guys.
Yes.
Or interviews, or...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Content. We need content.
Yes.
Less awkward silences.
Yeah.
More content.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, that was so I had to eat in the living room yet. Like I never eat in the living room. I always eat usually in the studio.
I know.
But
you like run away and hide and eat by yourself.
There's a table in here. I don't like eating on the bed if I have to cut things.
I know, but
we ordered
there's
pizza.
table things.
So we ordered pizza yesterday. Well, not pizza, but stuff
Pizzeria food.
Stuff from the pizza place down the street.
Yes.
And we don't drive, and I'm lazy, so we just have it delivered. Mm-hmm. Pay the $3 delivery fee. And so we order, and we're missing an item. Second time in a row, we're missing an item.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the first time was the sauce for my calzone, and I was just like, guys, I'll just come pick it up. I needed to buy Velcro anyway, so I went to Dollar General and stopped at the pizza place on the way back. So they forgot an item, so I had to, and I'm also waiting for Mark to come with the tank top. So I had to eat in the living room because I'm like, I don't know when he's getting here. I don't know when the pizza guy's getting here to drop off the, the other stuff.
Yeah.
And he goes, and just my brain is because it was a different pizza guy.
Different delivery guy than usual?
Yeah, it was a different delivery guy the second time.
Oh.
It was our usual guy the first time. It was a different guy the second time. So, and he's just like, here you go, man. I'm so sorry. Like, dude, don't.
Aww.
Like, it's okay. Mistake. Like, things happen. I'm not worried about it.
I wonder if they realize that they keep making these little mistakes.
Well, they gave me a 20-ounce Pepsi last time.
Yeah, that was nice of them.
Yeah. Which, to their credit, any time that they've fucked up on me, they've, been like, take a pop.
Yeah.
Okay. You insist. But anyway, so we, so my brain is just like, all right, I've just had two different pizza guys and a local rapper show up to my door, and there's like boxes that guitars and guitar cases have come in sitting on the porch. Like, people are going to start thinking I'm dealing drugs here.
And then you have the likes of me hanging around.
Yeah, that's true. That's not going to help.
I know. With my mohawk and dreadlocks.
Yeah. But, yeah, food was good.
It was.
Pretty good, pretty well-made calzone yesterday.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why do you always order the same thing?
Why not?
Because they have so much good food.
And the food I order is good. I like what I like.
Yeah, but I don't know. Why not be a little more adventurous?
I don't know.
Like, I order different things on the menu here and there. I get adventurous, and I try the blue cheese shaken French fries, which I do not recommend unless you really, really like blue cheese. Like, I don't like blue cheese enough for that. Yeah, but
I don't know. Because I'm never expecting to order food. So like you already have in your head that you want food and you know what you want and you're like, this is what we're going to order. And me, I'm just like, well, fuck, what am I going to order? And I'm just like, all right, I guess I'll just get the usual.
Well,
so
take your time with the menu next time. Jeez.
I was hungry.
Well, I don't know. There might have been something better.
Well, I don't know. I was hungry, and you were like, let's order food.
I didn't mean to rush you, Joe.
You didn't rush me. I rushed me. I was hungry.
Well,
anyway, so yeah. So two different pizza guys and a rapper. Yeah. Anyway. Had his little girl in the car waiting for him.
Oh, how old is she?
She couldn't have been more than like 5 or 6.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's such a fun age. They're like learning so much. Like their brains are just expanding in capacity, and they're turning into little people instead of like toddlers. Yeah, and it's kind of cool.
I'm glad my kid's older now. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about, there was this article going around that a school, I think it was in Utah or something, or somewhere. I don't remember.
know where.
But it was the school was like, oh, our policy is if we're having a dance and somebody asks somebody to dance, you're not allowed to say no.
That's so weird.
Which is fucking bullshit. And I happened to be in the Uber on the way home with my kid while I'm reading this article, and we got back here, and I said, hey, you know what? If this ever happens to you, if somebody asks you if you're at a school dance, somebody asks you to dance, you say no, and a school administrator says, no, you can't say no, you have to say yes. Not only do you have my permission to say no, you have my permission to tell that school administrator to fuck off.
Yeah, he said that.
That was a direct quote.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that, unfortunately, that's a really important conversation for you to have had with your daughter, because where do you draw the line? Like, a dance that makes you uncomfortable, to a date that makes you uncomfortable, to a kiss that makes you uncomfortable, to damn, you're getting raped. You know, like, these, why put these kids in situations to make them feel uncomfortable?
And the administrator of the school was just like, yeah, that's our policy, and we're not changing it. Like, well, then fuck you. My kid's going to a different school.
Yep.
That's fucking bullshit, man. You can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm glad that you had that talk with your daughter, and I don't know, I thought that you handled it really well.
I did.
I was proud of you.
Well, when I first saw the article, I commented on it. I tagged her mother, but apparently it was private and she wouldn't be able to see it. So I was just like, you know what? Let's you know what? I'm just gonna tell you this anyway.
Yeah.
Your mom will agree with me. I'm sure. And she was like, yeah, my mom would agree with you. Yeah, I know she would.
I can understand that the school doesn't want people to feel rejected and shit like that. But rejection is going to happen in life. You need to learn how to deal with it. And I mean, it sucks sometimes, but the earlier you learn how to deal with it, the better it's going to be when you grow up and somebody says, no, I don't want to date you. No, I don't want to marry you. You know, that shit happens.
Yeah.
But, like, pussyfooting around and giving these kids all this fluff so that they're not learning about what real world experiences are going to, like, this, even though it's school, it's real world. You know, these kids are out there living in the real world, needing guidance, like parents talking to them about this shit.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be rejected for jobs. They're gonna be turned away from social groups. You know, you can't protect them from everything.
No.
And you shouldn't be able to. They have to get through it. It's what builds character. I don't know. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, no, it's just ridiculous to say to like force kids to dance if they're uncomfortable or whatever. Like, you know, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, luckily the schools around here aren't that stupid. So
not
hopefully,
at this point.
Not yet. Hopefully they won't be, and you know, but and hopefully if they end up being, it'll be after my kid's done. So you know,
true.
But I mean, I don't, you know, I don't see her school doing that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't.
Like, we're smarter here, I guess, which is why I had to buy a reusable shopping bag to bring groceries home today when I didn't expect to go shopping.
My mom sent us a pretty nice plastic reusable bag. I'll hang that next to the door with the nice one that you got.
Just make some fucking totes. The Living Braindead logo on them. Sell them
That's
at the
a
merch
pretty
booth.
good idea.
Yeah.
I saw that Ballsy suggested that, didn't she?
Well, I mentioned it.
Oh.
That was my post.
Oh, was it?
Should I just make reusable Living Braindead shopping bags? And people are, yeah, we need yeah, that would be great. People will buy those. And Ballsy, I think, said that they're huge sellers at merch booths.
Oh, I thought you meant the pull string tote bags.
Oh, no. Like just the
Like the grocery tote bags.
Yeah.
That's cool.
yeah.
I mean, they're not just for groceries, but they work very well for the groceries.
Right. All right. We're gonna play some music here,
Music.
and this is a band called Cooler, who are playing Saturday at the Rec Room, opening up for the Get Up Kids.
Ooh.
And that's Sunday at the Rec Room. And this song is called Gentleman on all WNY Think So Joe Show.
I remember what you said, and I remember what you did, and I remember what you hid. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? I remember feeling bad, and I remember what we had. Now you can never take it back. Do you hear me? Do you see me? Do you believe me? Never had to be a gentleman. Never said that you'd do anything to keep us from destroying one another. I remember feeling fine, and I remember what was mine. But you were busy wasting time. Did you hate it? 'Cause I made it. Feeling like I'm afraid. Never gonna say a word, make a face. Wouldn't matter anyhow. Anyway, you might as well accept it and embrace it, and then erase it. Never had to be a gentleman. Never said that you'd do anything to keep us from destroying one another. And dare I stutter? Never had to be a gentleman. Never said that you'd do anything to keep us from destroying one another. I remember what you said, and I remember what you did, and I remember what you hid. Was it worth it?
That was Cooler on all W. You were gonna sneeze or
No,
something.
I was gonna cough. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you like go to go to cough, and
I couldn't
I
hold it in.
had just turned the microphones on.
Yep. I tried. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was really chill.
Yeah. They're opening for the Get Up Kids on Sunday. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through our list of events coming up here. If I stay on the right desktop.
What are you doing?
I accidentally. I have my mouse is set to change desktops.
Oh.
I have a really fancy mouse and a really fancy keyboard that just makes my job
And it
like
all
6 billion times easier.
it all lights up.
And it all lights up. I mean, the keyboard's not on right now, but there it goes.
There it goes.
But I got these fancy mice and keyboard, and they're programmable, so it makes my job a hell of a lot easier when I have to
bet.
edit, and just speeds up the process a little bit. Tomorrow night at The Cave, it is Singer-Songwriter Showcase 2020, first Thursdays. 71 Military, Buffalo, New York. It's the March edition of our First Thursday's Singer-Songwriter Showcase at the Cave. This month we welcome Michael Farrow and Devin Mullen. It is $5.
Sweet.
Also tomorrow night at Thin Man Brewery, 492 Elmwood Avenue in Buffalo. It is Sarah Elizabeth with Trevor Stribbing. There's no L in there.
No.
I've always seen this Stribbling for some reason.
Maybe one
of
them is a mistype.
No, I always, it's just in my mind, that's what I say. Like,
it's easier to say.
Like, I didn't know Billie Eilish wasn't Billie English until, like, a month ago.
When you had to do voiceover, probably.
I don't know how I realized it wasn't. It might have been a voiceover. It's entirely possible. But anyway, this series continues. Sarah Elizabeth is back for Thin Man's new Thursday Songwriter series, this time featuring Trevor Stribbing of PA Line. Hang out while Sarah and Trevor trade off original songs from 8 to 10 p.m., telling stories of what it's like to be 20-something musicians in Buffalo. Rumor has it there will also be beer at this brewery. I can't imagine there being beer at a brewery.
Especially in Buffalo. Beer in Buffalo.
Going on Friday at the Cave, 71 Military, Buffalo, New York. It is the encore show for the 9th annual Johnny Cash Birthday Bash. And if you missed it the last time, which was last week, your second chance to see the Johnny Cash Birthday Show. The 9th annual Johnny Cash Birthday Show is going to be, this is an encore show, Friday, March 6th at the Cave. We're happy to announce that WNY's original and only authentic Johnny Cash tribute, A Man in Black, The Johnny Cash Experience, will be performing 2 sets, followed as always by the CPX, closing out the night for the 9th year in a row.
That sounds like such a good show.
3 hours of songs written and or performed by Johnny Cash with no repeats.
Nice.
With Mr. Andrew J. Rhymers.
Yeah.
That's going to be...
Very talented gentleman.
Very, very, very... I miss that guy. We need to get him on the show soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. Last time I saw him, you were working on a movie. And
that's right.
They were playing at... the CPX was playing at Fountain Plaza.
Yeah.
And I went over and saw them, and then I walked over and I met up with you for lunch.
Yeah.
Well, you were on lunch. You had already eaten.
Yeah.
By the time I got to you, it's just like, damn. I'm like, okay. Anyway. Friendly Foes, Mike and Stevie, and Aeroplane, Friday at 8 p.m. at Mr. Goodbar, 1110 Elmwood Avenue here in Buffalo. That is literally all the information I have.
Bummer.
Aeroplane is a Aerosmith tribute band. No, excuse me,
not
Red Hot
Aerosmith.
Chili Peppers. There is an Aerosmith tribute band, and I can't remember their name, but there is a local Aerosmith tribute band.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Airplane does the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Friendly Foes, live looping psychedelic funk hop, and Mike and Stevie from Solar Plexus.
Cool.
That's going on at Good Bar. I don't know if it's upstairs or downstairs.
Follow the tunes, guys.
You guys, when you book Good Bar, please make sure we know where in Good Bar you're playing.
Don't make him tell the story.
Oh, yeah, the story.
The story.
The story. Anyway. Friday at 9 p.m. at Milky's, it is Bars and Beats, Beat Battle Championship, exclusive performances and networking brought to you by the good people at the Backpack Mafia. That's Milky's, 522 Elmwood Avenue, Friday at 9 p.m.
Nice. What's going on with the internets?
It's not the internet, it's my slow-ass computer.
Oh.
There we go. All right, this is Friday at Nietzsche's. It is the 7th annual Lou Reed Birthday Tribute Concert, featuring various artists including Irving Claus, The Good, Dark Marbles, Station Wagon, Tremendo, Bad Ronald, Red Huffy, the Legendary Hearts, Farewell Transmission, Elena Irokina and Jonathan Golov, and Chuck Kritz. Doors at 9 p.m., $5, Friday, March 6th, for all those bands paying tribute to Lou Reed.
That is a lot of music for $5.
Red Huffy is like the dudes from Green Schwinn. Yeah.
I was going to ask about that.
I just found out
Is it seriously? It's the same
Yeah,
dudes?
no, I just found this out not too long ago that, yeah, it's the same.
No shit.
Yeah.
I wonder what else they have to offer that they like have another name and another act.
I think this is more serious than
Okay.
Green Schwinn. I think is what I've been told. I don't know.
I'm interested.
Green Schwinn is an interesting act.
Yeah.
I opened for I closed the night after they played at Milky's a couple of weeks ago. The yellow sauce there. That's going on Nietzsche's 248 Allen Street Friday. Come on, get to this one.
There we go.
Grub and Orange Corner Spirit Bomb, Good Bar, Friday at 10. Grub once again rises to the occasion of musical persuasion with this special episode featuring the mighty Orange Corner. In order to triumph over their evil nemesis and once again save the planet, that's Yellow Sauce's shtick. We save the fucking planet.
So does Orange Corner, I guess.
No, it's Grub. Grub is trying to save the planet.
Okay.
All right, Grub. Maybe we'll have to team up one of these days.
Oh
Yellow
my
Sauce
God.
and Grub. Save the planet from the evil space wizard and whatever they're fighting.
I can see the bookmarks now.
But yes. Anyway, they need you. They need you all in attendance at max power level. The musical battle starts at 10 p.m. downstairs at Mr. Good Bar. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. But I'm not reading all of this because that's a lot. But Grub and Orange Corner trying to save the world at Mr. Good Bar, 10 p.m. downstairs on Friday.
What's John Cena's superpower?
Invisibility?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Friday at 8 p.m. at Mohawk Place. That's 47 East Mohawk Street. It is Brooke Pridemore, Lich King, and Bastard.
Oh, shit.
I thought about playing Bastard today. Just do like a full punk thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I'd really like to kill more than 30 seconds
Right.
with a song break. So
That's the downside of the punk songs is they're over so quickly.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, we're playing 3 punk songs today, so it would have been a replacement for Cooler there, but you know. That's going on Mohawk Place. 8 p.m. doors, 9 p.m. start, 18 up with ID. ID equals no show.
Oh.
March 6th, Friday, Art of Beer at Niagara Arts and Cultural Center, Western New York's favorite fundraiser. Of course it is.
The thing
it's
about
beer.
the Art of Beer is it doesn't say on the page the bands that are playing, and I only know 2 of the bands that are playing.
Okay.
And they are BD2 and Pedestrians. We all know and love BD2. Pedestrians, one of my buddies is in it, Ben Smith.
Okay.
Who also he had to fix the glass at the Key Bank Center that one time.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
But I know that he really likes Fish and he really likes the Grateful Dead and stuff like that, but I have no idea what this project is because really he's a great kid, but he's a little all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taste the best craft beers from our local breweries and sample culinary delights from area's restaurants. Check out the home brewing demonstration by Niagara Tradition Homebrew and get inspired by the collection of beer art, fashion, music, and live demos on display in our galleries and theaters. Give the gift of good taste. Apparently, you can park in the city market and take a complimentary limo the 2 blocks to the Niagara Arts and Cultural Center.
You know what? If it happens to be like snowy and blowy and stuff, that 2 blocks feels like fucking...
Nobody fucking hired me a limo when I had to walk that way to fucking school. Right, Kevin?
Back in the day when you had to walk barefoot in the snow uphill 2 ways. Yeah, I know.
Kevin knows what's up because he used to have to go to that place for school too. It's not in any better condition now than it was 20 years ago either. So
it was that bad 20 years
Oh
ago.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much. Oh my God, there was a fucking. I was helping Doug out at Bad Penny Chop Shop, and I like go to walk to the bathroom, and I pass a water fountain, and there's something in the water fountain, and I'm like, what the fuck, you know? I like swoop to like come close to it. There is a dead like skeletonized mouse in the water fountain.
It's probably been there for 20 years.
And the fucking water doesn't work. And I'm like, well, this is so disappointing. I can't even like wash it down the drain.
So like, but yeah, like there was a classroom on the 3rd floor, and like it had like a tarp on the ceiling,
Oh my God.
to catch the water that was leaking in. I had a study hall in that room. I also had a class in that room at some point. But I had a study hall in that room one time, and like the teacher, for whatever reason, this teacher we were supposed to have was like gone for the school year. I don't remember why. But the substitute we ran off.
Oh.
And so for like a good month or two, we just had a study hall where it's just me and my buddy Dan was in the whenever he'd show up for school, and like we'd just be in there and just wreaking havoc until finally one day somebody oh shit. I got that's information I need to know and for later. But anyway, but yeah, but finally they figured out that there was no teacher in there and sent us off to different study halls.
That sucks.
Really strict study halls with Mr. Sage, who's this like Ben Stein-esque economics teacher.
Bueller.
yeah, exactly.
Bueller.
Exactly. But yeah, like no, that ceiling was like falling in, and then there was like times where we couldn't take gym class because like the floor was warped.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the floor I think is still, or maybe they just fixed it, but I remember the floor being really fucked up. Like I walked through the gym in the dark one time, and I almost fucking died. Like,
you gotta walk over the little hills.
Oh my God! And like the floor was all torn up too, so it didn't help anything.
The Family Dollar parking lot. Yeah. That's
Holy shit, Mr. Sage, he says.
Yeah, that's where we used to hang out, was the Family Dollar parking lot. We used to have our circle of friends.
Yeah,
like
did
literally
you guys play hacky sack?
Yes, literally a circle playing hacky sack.
Early 2000s, right?
Either smoking weed or drinking liquor that was disguised as orange juice that somebody brought.
Oh, you're bad.
Anyway,
you're
Friday at the River Pub, 6004 Buffalo Avenue in Niagara Falls, is happy hour with Rich Miller and Lexi Rain from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Local recording artist Lexi Rain makes her debut visit to the pub. With excellent song selection and amazing delivery, Lexi is sure to start off your weekend right. See you at the pub.
Nice. We love Lexi.
Richard was, we actually reached out to him when we were looking for a drummer.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I've seen him with Lexi a couple of times.
Yeah, we reached out to him. He was too busy. He wasn't available, so we ended up with a guy who's older but looks younger than him.
You're not wrong.
This going on Saturday at Stamps. It is 7 until 11 p.m., 98 Main Street in Tonawanda. It is Squid with D-Gal, MX, CAM, Metro, Frank 24/7, and Pretco with DJ Nightlight on the decks. Saturday, March 7th, $8 pre-sale, $10 day of show, 18 and up with ID required. No ID equals no entry, and doors open at 7 p.m. purplepass.com/squid/030720. That is the date.
What does that even mean?
It's the date. It means March 7th, 20.
It's binary. It's binary for...
Binary or ones and zeros.
I know. What's this next one?
This is Punk Night at Grindhouse, Saturday at 7 p.m. And that's 160 Allen Street in Buffalo. 3 bands playing at Grindhouse for Velvet Bethany's Going Away tour show. Awesome venue, cool people, $5 at the door, 7 p.m., all ages. It is Velvet Bethany, Muddle, and Pete Chia, Buffalo's newest hardcore band. That's a cool place to see a show, but Tudor Lounge is cool. Same.
Yeah, but Tudor Lounge isn't all ages. This is
true.
That's huge.
All right. If you're under 21, go to Grindhouse. If you're over 21, come to Tudor.
Yeah. I'll take that.
You notice as soon as John Cena disappeared from the chat, Laura emerged?
No.
Anyway.
That's magical.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
She's showing you.
Anyways. Also going on Saturday, it's Pilfers, the Abrupters, and some ska band at Flower City Station in Rochester, 170 East Avenue in Rochester. So if you're into ska and you want to make that trip, that's something cool to do, and that's all the information I have
You know, if I didn't have something else to do, I would try to get to this show. Because when we went to see the Pilfers, back when the Toy Box Brigade opened for them,
we didn't get to see
to see the Pilfers except for their sound check. And their sound check was pretty cool.
As I recall, we left because your sister found the other touring band obnoxious.
Yeah, that, and I don't think she was feeling great.
Yeah.
And like when she's not feeling great to that extent, a voice like that will be like nails on a chalkboard. You know, I thought they were they were okay, but I see what my sister didn't like.
Yeah. Off the Wall with Dope City Kid at the Gypsy Parlor, 376 Grant Street, also Saturday from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Come dance the night away to your favorite pop punk and indie rock tunes with Off the Wall and special guests Dope City Kid, doors at 9, music at 10.
Nice.
And then the show you should go to Saturday.
Yeah.
Is Saturday at 8 p.m. at Tudor Lounge. It is the Barksdales Bangers EP release party. That's doors at 8 p.m., $5, 21 and up with Barksdales, Lucky 33 from Syracuse, The Clockers, and the Living Braindead.
Oh shit, who are they?
Some band. I'll play them in a little while. But anyway, did I tell the story of how much I used to hate Tudor Lounge before I went and saw the Barksdales?
Yes,
The
you did.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I don't repeat myself too much on the air. But yeah, so this is gonna be a killer show. It's gonna be a huge deal for me personally, like getting to open for the Barksdales and the Clockers at Tudor Lounge, and also Lucky 33 being on the show, who are friends of ours, and we don't get to see them often because they're out in Syracuse, but
that's a trek for non-drivers.
Yeah, but they'll be here Saturday with the Barksdales and the Clockers and us, the Living Braindead. That's gonna be a good time.
That's great.
And then we've also got Sunday. After Dark presents the Get Up Kids with special guests Cooler, who you just heard a few minutes ago. Tickets available at After Dark's website or without online fees at Black Dots and After Dark, 630 Elmwood Avenue, 716-893-2900, Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
What is Black Dots?
I know.
Can we follow the link and see?
I guess.
I'm curious. I'm a curious kitten.
I guess. Because there's only one more event to talk about after this, so I guess we can click on this and wait and hope it doesn't interrupt the streams.
It's loading.
It's loading.
It's loading.
It's log. Anyway, it's taking its sweet ass time loading.
If it's taking too long, we're just gonna not talk about it on the air.
I guess we'll look it up later. Anyway, Anyway, that show at where even in the hell is that show? Is that the
scroll up.
I think I already closed it. I'm pretty sure it's the Rec Room, but
I think it's the Rec Room as well.
It is the Rec Room.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, and then Sunday also this one at Mohawk Place. It is Fucked and Bound Seattle Hardcore with Haunted Houses Seattle Industrial with Buffalo Bands, Pink Guitars, who we're going to play in just a few minutes here, and DA. I don't know what the DA stands for, but that's going on. Yeah, that's going on Sunday at 8 p.m. at Mohawk Place. It's 18 and up, no ID, no entry.
Okay.
So that's going to be it's a good weekend for music.
Yeah, let's hope the weather holds out so that we're not all going out in shitty weather to...
Oh, the weather's always shitty when I have something going on at Tudor.
I know, it is. You're right.
And then people show up in droves anyway. It's crazy.
I know, because it's Tudor.
Laura's over here screaming that it's music time. It's only 6:54. We still got 5 minutes.
She's jumping the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. She is, according to her, she can't hear anything anyway. So, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited
I'm really excited about Tudor.
I'm excited for Saturday.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you guys play again. I'm excited to see all the other bands. And I always love going to Tudor, seeing Ryan and
I've got my
Chris.
guitar picks ready.
Yeah.
See, they match my guitars.
Do you have the guitar pick holder?
It's in my bag.
Oh, you do have one. I wasn't sure if you had one or if you had used one at a venue.
No, you know what I used to do was I would take like the double-sided like mounting tape that I used to put like the foam up in the booth.
Oh, okay.
I would take that and put it on a mic stand and just tape my guitar picks to it.
That's a pretty good idea.
And then I eventually ended up getting one of those rubber, pick holders to stick on a mic stand.
Is that what it's called? Just a pick holder?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I thought it might have some snazzy name.
I was looking for something similar for like a desk. You just sit on the desk and like it's got like a little arch where you can stick the picks in, but such a thing does not exist apparently.
Would you like me to make you one?
I would like to invent one apparently, because that seems like it would be useful for somebody like me who's just got guitar picks strewn everywhere.
Yeah, it would be like a Rolodex for your guitar picks.
Pretty much, but yeah, I got the nice including the new color scheme there.
Yeah. It's a good color scheme. It's unique.
Excellent job by Picks of Destiny.
Picks of Destiny.
They did a great job. My old ones are from Intune GP, who also do a fantastic job and quick turnaround every time. And but Picks of Destiny, I got to give them credit. It was a little bit cheaper.
Was it?
The quality is just as good.
Yeah. And
they got it to me quicker.
Yeah. Didn't you order from a new place because they had a different thickness that you were looking for?
Yeah, that too. I wanted to do a red guitar pick, which I was thinking of doing red guitar picks anyway.
Okay.
But the problem with Intune is their red guitar picks only come in one size, which is thinner than what I wanted. I did want a thinner pick, but not that thin. And so when I went to Picks of Destiny, they had all of their picks were available in all of their sizes. So it was like, all right, let me do that, and it was a little bit cheaper.
Sweet.
And of course, the day after I ordered, Intune sent an email like, "Hey, we have this 14% off sale going on."
What a weird percentage to have off.
It was it was for Valentine's Day.
Oh. Still.
Yeah, but yeah, literally like the day after I ordered guitar picks, they had a sale, and I'm like, fuck, I could have gotten cheaper.
Isn't that always the way?
Yeah, I've been checking Musician's Friend's stupid deal of the day every day, just like,
yeah.
I know eventually this guitar case I just bought is going to be the stupid deal, and it's going to be like $30 cheaper than I paid for it. But I didn't pay full, I've paid full price for this particular brand of guitar case ever.
Yeah.
And I don't ever intend to.
Good.
I just happened to find a 15% off coupon or something. So I'm like, yep, gonna get that in this guitar strap. And then
there you go.
After spending $150 on a guitar, and then now I have to buy a case, and I have to buy a guitar strap, and I have to buy the power supply for my board, and I have to buy all this other accessories and shit. And I'm just like, God damn it, why the fuck did I get back into playing music?
Yeah, but you're having fun.
I could have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade one-up right now. But no, I gotta buy guitar stuff.
I'm conflicted on that one because you know how I love my Ninja Turtles.
I would have bought Mortal Kombat before I bought Ninja Turtles.
I know you would. I know. But I like playing Mortal Kombat. I'm not like all into it with the movie and everything. Like, I don't know all of their names. And
I am telling you right now that I am, I will be unapologetic if and when I buy NBA Jam. I will find a place for it, and I will play it nonstop because NBA Jam was my shit back in the day.
I understand. We all have our thing.
And like it's, an arcade one-up with free online play. Like, you don't have to pay extra to play online. That's
cool.
Fucking insane for this day and age.
Yeah.
I can't. I have to. I almost have to.
Where do you think you'll put it? Like,
Madison's room.
Yeah. Like all that. There's all those like furniture, like ottomans with lids that they're empty. And would it fit there?
They'll either go in Madison's room. Yeah, they It'll either go in Madison's room or it'll go right back here because I don't know when the hell I'm ever going to use this green screen again. But and if I have to use the green screen, I'll just move it to the side.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah. I know this band was my idea anyways. We're going to play some music from Pink Guitars now.
Sweet.
This is a song called Transfiguration. They're playing Sunday at Mohawk with Seattle's Fucked and Bound. And
Doesn't that sound fun?
It does. This is Pink Guitars on All WNY Think So Joe Show. And that was Pink Guitars on All WNY Think So Joe Show.
I'm super curious to see if any of the members of this band play pink instruments.
That'd be interesting to find out.
I'm guessing they don't, but what if? I'm gonna have to see them soon to find out. But what day are they playing?
Sunday.
Sunday? Maybe we'll get to see them.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be a good show. Get to see a couple of bands from Seattle. We're booking a band from New York.
Yeah.
I told him I'd get back to him with details by the end of the day. So
maybe we can do the event page real quick.
I don't know about that, but because I got way too much to do.
I keep forgetting how much you have to do because I have nothing to do.
Like literally, I should not watch wrestling tonight and just get right to work after this video premiere. But I'm watching wrestling tonight.
You gotta do something for yourself every day.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll probably, truth be told, I'll be watching wrestling during the video premiere, honestly. Like, I'll be in the chat. I'll be in the chat, but I made the lyric video, so I know what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty good. Kevin liked them. That Pink Guitars band. We'll have to jump on a bill with them at some point.
Yeah, I don't remember who from that band, but I spoke with them not that long ago about possibly booking, so... You know, we've been in touch. I think they just weren't available for the date that I offered.
Right. Which it happens.
Yeah. Especially because we tend to book fairly last minute.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is like, oh, shit, I have this show I need to book. Karina, help. And by help, I mean do everything.
I laugh so I don't cry.
You were kind of mad the last time for the Black and Heart Ball because I wasn't going to go, and you're just like, if this show bombs, I'm going to get blamed, but if it's a success, you're going to get all the credit. I'm like, no, I'll just tell everybody you did all the work. I don't give a shit. Like, just...
Well, if you won't even go to your own show, then who do we expect to go to your show?
I'm glad I went because I got to see
Hearts and Hand Grenades.
Hearts and Hand Grenades.
They were so good.
Not a Green Day tribute band, by the way.
No, they were really good. We're gonna get them on another bill pretty soon.
I enjoyed that. That was a good show.
Yeah.
I got to talk to, what was the guy's name? Mike?
Mike, yep.
Yeah, I got to talk to Mike for a little while. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he was good conversation.
Yeah. He also plays in a cover band.
Yes, I believe it's the same members that play as a cover band.
Yes. But he was talking about, like, when they play as a cover band, he makes a lot more money, but he'd much rather play his originals and make nothing.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
Especially because I handed him the wrong wad of cash when I went to pay him at the end of the night. And I handed him the sound guy's wad of cash, which is significantly more than the band wad of cash. And I had to chase them barefoot in the snow to swap out the cash because it had worked out. If I didn't pay any of the other bands anything, I would have had enough to pay the sound guy, but I wasn't going to not pay. I had to chase them.
I don't know if this code's been used, but if anybody wants it, it's Yellow Sauce Flying Bison EP, if you want to try it. Anyway, it just happened to be sitting on my desk. I don't think I used it because I had the EP before it came out.
Yeah.
So, I might have cards with download codes available.
Yeah.
At an upcoming show. Probably not. Most likely not this weekend.
Maybe Head PE.
Maybe Head PE.
Cool.
Because we're gonna talk about release dates and all that stuff coming up, but we do have physical CDs. The text that I got was they're now, as we speak, in production.
Great.
But they're not gonna be shipping out until next Thursday. So chances are we probably won't have it for Head PE.
Saturday. But is it Saturday?
Saturday, yeah. It's possible. I mean, if it goes out early Thursday, but it's coming from California ground shipping, so I don't think so.
It's possible. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Probably be Monday, I would imagine, but we'll talk about that in the next segment. But yeah. So coronavirus. I make money off the coronavirus because people send me jobs.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of jobs about the...
It's just like, I did one the other night, and it was just like, we know who invented the coronavirus, and we know how to survive, and if you pay us this much money, we'll tell you all of it. Like the shit I get paid to read about, guys. Man. I get paid to read about.
This is a scam. This is a scam. Can you just insert that in your voiceover somewhere?
Just put it backwards.
Yeah,
backmask
like
it
that
in there.
Simpsons.
Like the recipe for
Navy.
the recipe for a really ripping lentil soup in Maybe I'm Amazed.
What?
By Wings.
What am I missing?
That was a Simpsons joke.
That's not one that I know.
It's in like one of the most popular episodes of all time, like that me and my friends like just always reference. It's like the episode that the chalkboard gag that's on my tie is from. It's the Lisa the Vegetarian episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess a Wings joke would be in that episode.
Yeah, because Paul McCartney's in that episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we I went out one night years ago, met this girl. She came back to the one-bedroom apartment I was living in with my best friend. And like as soon as we got back to my place, she made a reference to that episode.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wait, did you just reference The Simpsons? Like, this is awesome. Yeah.
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 And then what?
And then we both went on to have very happy and healthy relationships in the future. She's married to her wife.
Good.
And I'm with you. So
that's right.
Yes. And we're Everything's perfect. Everything worked out well. Yeah.
Very good. Good answer. Good
She's trying to get me in trouble on the air.
I'm trying to get you in trouble with me. Like, what?
On the air, while we're in the middle of a show, you're trying to...
You started it.
That's why I said years ago.
I don't care.
Anyway. Better the Continental, of all places.
Oh, my God. That's how you know she was classy.
I fucking hated the Continental. I really did.
As I have said before, I know I have been to the Continental, but I do not remember it. I remember feeling dirty.
Yes. Yes. Well, the first time I went to the Continental, I was, I think I was still in high school.
Oh, wow.
I know who I went. I went with like my buddy Sean Wright used to hang out there all the time. Like every weekend would go there. So I went there with him, his brother, and my best friend Sean. And we were there because he's always like, "Oh, this place is so great," and Turtle Sean had gone there a few times, like, "Oh yeah, Continental's pretty cool, I guess," So we went there.
Something to do.
We went there, and I was so fucking bored, and I was just like, and the place was like, we're standing by the pool table, which was just filthy.
Yeah.
But back then they had like little shops in there too. So like I still have a sticker from the first time I went to the Continental. There was a little shop in there that sold stickers.
What was the sticker?
In fact, hold on one second. You talk for a second.
Okay. I like stickers. I never really have anything worthwhile to stick them on.
It's right here. It's "I'm fucking trying." And then I think the other one was like "Angry, Young, and Poor" or something like that.
Oh.
I don't have that one anymore. Just the "I'm fucking trying" one that's still on my Strat there.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's from the first time I went to the Continental, and then I didn't go back for years.
Yeah.
I went because one of my buddies was like, "Hey, I'm going to the Continental," and he was like 18, and they were serving him, so of course he was going to the Continental.
Right.
But yeah, and then I was there the last day it was open just to watch it die. But the first time I go to the Continental, if you're watching on YouTube, this is gonna be great. If you're listening, it's not gonna be so great. But like the first time I go to the Continental, there was like the downstairs and there was the upstairs. So the upstairs, they always play like, the industrial or techno or whatever the fuck music
right,
they play.
The dancier stuff.
The gothic music that the goth kids like, But I go up there and there's this fucking old dude, like Danny DeVito looking dude, wearing a Buffalo Bills like AFC champion sweatshirt. You guys all know the one I'm talking about.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, like if I say that, you all can, it will instantly pop in your head what shirt I'm talking about. And this guy's up there, and he's up against the wall, and this music's playing, and this guy's just doing this little dance up against the wall, and it's just like, that's the one thing that really stands out to me from the first time I went to the Continental. But I missed the heyday of the Continental when like the Goo Goo Dolls were playing there every weekend and shit. I'm pretty sure I saw Johnny Revolting. Yeah, Kevin knows what I'm talking about. His dad still has his. But I'm pretty sure I saw Johnny Revolting there at one point, like when they were still a newer band.
Yeah, wow.
But to the best of my recollection, that was who it was. Because when I saw them years later, I'm like, wait, I've seen this band before.
Yeah.
Which says a lot for Johnny Revolting, because obviously if I saw them at the Continental years and years and years and years ago, and then saw them at Tudor Lounge, and I'm like, wait a second, I've seen these guys before. That says a lot for them. That's
definitely.
Like, obviously they're doing something memorable.
Yeah.
Besides making everybody in Buffalo's stickers for their bands.
Right.
Yeah. Doing a great job of it. Good job, Andrew. Over at Revolting Printing did ours.
Yeah.
Should get new ones with the the red
and cream.
The red and cream, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to drop that kind of money right now, though. We just spent so much money to get this album distributed. Yeah. we'll talk about that. But anyway, yeah. So, that was my first time in the Continental story. It was just a guy just doing this stupid fucking little dance, and we're just we ended up like, and I don't know how the fuck we were planning on getting home if we didn't leave when we did, because none of us drove.
Oh.
At the time, and 2 of us still don't. But I did for a while, but now I don't. Anyway. Yeah, so I don't know how we were planning on getting home, but I was just bored and I was miserable. I was just like, fuck this, I'm catching the bus, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Because we lived in Niagara Falls at the time. It wasn't like you could just take a cab
Nope.
for $20 to...
How much do you think that cab would be?
60.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what? It was like 45, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
To get to Niagara Falls. Yeah, it was, but yeah.
That was a while ago.
It still would have been cheaper than going to a getting a hotel room downtown Buffalo.
Yeah, there's not really cheap hotels downtown. There's like fancy ones.
But yeah, I've gone to the Continental since then, just because I'd be single and be like, oh hey, start talking to some girl and she's like, yeah, I'll be at the Continental this week. And like, fuck it, I'll go to the Continental, I guess.
Here we go again.
End up at fetish night at the Continental.
Oh my God.
Like,
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd much rather spend my time at a Sabres game than at the Continental. And then, of course, everybody from the Continental went and worked at Club Diablo, so
right.
I got that experience at least.
I got that experience too.
Because I played Diablo plenty of times and went to plenty of shows at Diablo. And
I used to help people that booked at Diablo, and I used to tech for bands playing at Diablo. It was very fun.
We'd just get booked on shows, or we'd book our own shows at Diablo or whatever. And we liked Diablo because, Diablo was one of the places that was actually paying at the time.
Yeah.
It was $1 per head through the door, which was, nobody else was paying that, really. It was just...
Not when the person I worked with booked, but
I'm sure
he did things a little crooked.
I'm sure he was getting the $1 per head through the door,
yes.
but he was not giving it to the bands.
Yes, and he was lying to the venue about the number of heads coming through.
And see, I would have the distinct task of going and getting paid
in the office.
In the office
with the fish.
I don't know. I don't remember fish. There was probably fish.
I'm pretty sure there were fish.
I'm pretty sure I never did a show sober at Club Diablo where I got paid. But yeah, and that parking lot sucked too. I have.
Oh yeah.
I've smashed up at least a couple of cars in that parking lot.
You're not
So
not the only one.
I had a U-Haul van, and we backed into this Saturn. And put a huge dent in the side of the U-Haul. I don't know what the fuck we did to the Saturn, because people are just like, go, go, go.
Yeah.
But put this huge... I ended up having to pay for this fucking huge... Well, I gotta say, my friend Jason paid for the damage, because I was broke and didn't have it. And
that's nice.
They were... I had to go somewhere around where U-Haul was, and I saw they had the cops there, and I'm like, fuck.
Oh my goodness! How much did it cost?
It was like $120.
Okay, yeah.
I was a broke ass motherfucker.
When you have
back
nothing,
then.
that's a lot.
Yeah, I was broke as shit back then. So, hey, we got listeners in Tennessee. Leland's in Nashville. Shout out to our friends.
Is he okay?
He just got to Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to our friends in Nashville, because that was...
Sarah Mosley.
Yeah, that was... yeah, I mean, I've got other friends in Nashville, too, but shout out to everybody who we know in Nashville, and, we're happy everybody seems to be okay.
Yeah.
That looked pretty bad down there, that tornado. Was it?
There were a couple tornadoes, yeah.
I saw Sarah's pictures, and just how bad
terrifying.
It looked. I didn't know anything happened until I woke up the next morning and just Sarah marked herself as okay. And,
that's how I figured out too.
A couple of my, one of my other friends, and I'm just like, okay, that's two of the people I know in Nashville.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder about this other person I know in Nashville. And then she checked in and said she was okay. So
I didn't even realize how
luckily,
many people I know in Nashville.
yeah, I know. I forgot your friend Sarah lives there, but I know
Yeah.
a couple of other girls who live down there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, well, I went to school for music business, so you got to figure a lot of people that I went to college with ended up in or around Nashville and LA and New York and, you know, the big epicenters of entertainment. So I you know, I'm seeing this name and this name and this name, and I'm like, oh my God, like I didn't even know they landed there. Like I didn't even know this is where they were, but they just started a family. And like, I'm just even though people are marking themselves safe, you got to figure a lot of these people don't have power. They don't have water. You know, this is
I've been following like Sarah's posts
Yeah.
with, you know, the pictures of all the destruction and everything,
Yeah.
and just seeing the comments from people like, oh, we don't have we don't have power still, and you know, it's going to take a while, it looks like, to kind of fix everything that happened. That was just crazy. So I'm just glad everybody's, you know, nobody that I know at least got hurt. I'm sure people got hurt.
Yeah, I think the death toll is in the 20s now.
So more than the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Anyway, was that a fucked up thing to say? I don't even know.
I feel like you don't have a filter today.
I'm serious. I don't know if that was a fucked up thing to say.
I don't know. I don't know. Let's just say it was.
When do I ever have a filter on this show?
I guess you. It's not like a hard filter.
You said something to me the other day about not making fun of the bands we book. Anyway.
That I had to say that to you.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm really looking forward to about going to Tudor this weekend?
What's that?
I'm not selling cookies.
Yeah.
So I can just kind of sit back and relax and enjoy the show and not worry about anything else. But I'm probably still going to bring some cookies. I have peanut butter cookies in the freezer, and Ryan, the door guy, he likes chocolate chips, so I might have to get some chocolate chips when I go to the store tomorrow.
I brought cookies to when we did the last little bit of the album and did the the photos for the cover. Which I feel bad because we were talking about hiring Meredith Snow to do promo pictures.
Yeah.
And then we spent all the money to do the album and did our own promo pictures.
Yeah.
But we will get with Meredith eventually and do like proper promo pictures, because these were specifically meant to be manipulated in the way that they were for the album cover and the social media and all that. Like they weren't meant to be good pictures.
Okay. Well, that's good because they look like shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, but you sent cookies, and John's out of the room, and Brian's like, "Well, yeah, no, I'm not gonna take any." And
Is he still doing keto?
I think he's been like on and off with it. And Kevin goes, "Okay, John, do you want some cookies?" And John's in the other room. John doesn't hear him, so he's like, "Fuck it, I'm taking him home." And then John comes out of the room, and Kevin's like, "Dude, I was just gonna take these. Do you want some cookies?" And John goes, "Cookies!"
Did he do this?
Yes, he did. He absolutely did. He did a little dance, and he was happy about it. The cookies, like, yeah. So he got some cookies.
Cool.
Kevin
awesome.
didn't take them all on him. Yeah. But yeah, no, he was excited about the possibility of cookies there. And,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm probably going to bring a big purse and have some cookies on me, but, they're not for sale. It's just,
You're going to do what you did at the XM Priory show at Mohawk, right? You're going to go do bathroom deals for cookies?
Oh, my God. I took this poor girl. She's such an innocent and, like, naive. Like, she's not a bad kid, And she's like, "I'm super hungry, Karina. Do you have any cookies with you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have a few in my purse." I'm like, "Let's go in the bathroom and do this drug deal style." And she's like, I never. I'm like, oh. she judged me too harshly, though.
I saw some new pieces of XM Priory merch that they're working on, and they look pretty cool. I can't. I don't think I've had liberty to discuss, and he sent me the pictures of the new merch in exchange for I sent him a copy of the EP early.
Oh, good.
Which I only did because XM Priory has, when they did From Darker Tides, they sent it to me first. Like, promise you won't tell anybody or play this for anybody. Like, yeah, okay, sure. Like, other than Karina, obviously.
I was going to hear it one way or another.
Yeah. And so then I was like, you know what? I got to send this to Nick. So I don't know if he ended up listening to it or not. I haven't heard back from him since last night.
Yeah.
But he said, I'm going to listen to it tomorrow when I have good speakers to listen to.
Cool.
Like, okay, cool. So I don't know if he listened to it or not, but,
He will.
Oh, I know he will.
Yet.
I know he will if he hasn't yet, but, and I know he appreciates that I thought of him to be like, dude, you're the only person I'm sending this to.
Yeah.
There are other people I probably, should send it to because I get all their stuff in advance, but I'm just like, I really want to send this to Nick. And, everybody else can hear it when it comes out.
Yeah, suspense is good for it.
And we were, at the time we were still talking about maybe doing a listening party or something like that, but the timing's just not going to work.
Oh, that's a shame. Maybe you can do a listening party after the official release.
Probably we'll just wait 6 months and we'll do a release party, a release show, like some other bands I know. Love you, Barksdales. No, we're super excited to be like even if the EP has been online for like 6 months, we're super excited to be a part of this with our friends there and in the Barksdales and getting to play with these bands that mean so much to me personally.
Yeah.
And just are just killer punk bands in general. The one thing that I wanted to do at band practice this week and I completely forgot is I'm expecting Steve Kelly to be at this show, yelling Bob Saget at us. And we had a plan to counteract that, but we never really worked on it.
Oh.
And I meant to bring it up this week, and I forgot.
Oh.
So I guess we're not doing it.
I guess you just got to let him go.
We'll let him go this time. He can yell Bob Saget at us.
I mean, it's a good thing if you get Bob Saget's, right?
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, as long as nobody's yelling like David Schwimmer at us or something, Jasmine. Or who plays Joey? Is that Matt LeBlanc?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, yes.
I don't know the actors' names. I know the actresses' names, and I know David Schwimmer's one of the male actors
he's
there.
The dorky one.
Matt LeBlanc is one of the other ones, and then I forget who the other one is.
I can't remember either. That's gonna bother me.
We've been looking at this thing before we came on the air. It was TV Guide, like the most popular show set in every state, and ours is like Infirmary or Infamy or some bullshit like that. And I'm like,
I don't know what it was.
This show I've never heard of is more popular than fucking Friends.
Friends, yeah.
Or like even How I Met Your Mother, which is another
True.
fantastic show set in New York State. Way better than Friends, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. But, yeah. Matthew Perry, that's the other one.
I knew it was Perry, but I wanted to say Luke Perry, and I was like, no, that's the wrong show.
No, the late, great Luke Perry was on Beverly Hills 90210, which is not the most popular show in California.
What was?
911, which is a relatively new show. You know what? Maybe it's shows that are current. No, because Roseanne was the most popular one in Illinois, so it's not shows that are currently on the air. I don't know. What the fuck is wrong with you, TV Guide? What are you basing your
credible source?
What are you basing your research on? Somebody at TV Guide, let me know what you're basing your research on there, because that's I don't see the show that I've never heard of being more popular than fucking Friends.
I haven't watched Friends in a long, long time. You know what?
Or like NYPD Blue. You think NYPD Blue's probably up there, right?
True.
Like,
True.
A lot of shows based in New York. You're telling me that's the most popular one? You're telling me 911 is more popular than the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? or like Beverly Hills 90210 or Melrose Place or the OC or any of those other billion shows set in California.
Right.
It's
I
ridiculous.
don't know.
Bet you can't guess what the number one show in Hawaii was. It was based in Hawaii. It was very obvious what it was.
Was it Hawaii 5-0?
It was the current version of Hawaii 5-0. Simpsons is the top show in Illinois. Everyone knows that. It's actually the Springfield in Oregon.
Really? I thought they never said what state it was.
Technically, it has not been revealed, but
I thought there were like 4 states that it could be in.
yes.
What are they?
No, there's a lot of different states it could be in because there's a lot of different Springfields.
Okay.
But the closest one to being accurate is Springfield, Oregon.
Okay.
Anyway, we're gonna play some music right now.
Oh my God, what are we gonna play?
We are going to world premiere a brand new song by the Living Braindead.
Oh my God!
Our first official release, our first single. This song is called "This Isn't Even My Final Form."
Yeah.
And you can hear us play this Saturday at Tudor Lounge when we open for the Barksdales at their EP release show for their EP Bangers. This song, well, I'll just, I already said the name of it, but I'll let Kevin say it again. Here it is on All WNY, ThinkSoJoE Show.
This isn't even my final form!
That was the Living Braindead. Finally.
Awesome.
I've been doing all WNY shows for like 10 years now, over 10 years. And my last band ended just shortly after I started doing all this. So I never thought I was going to get a chance to play one of my own songs on one of my podcasts. So super excited for that to finally be available. That lyric video for that song premieres at 8:30 on the Living Braindead YouTube channel. There is a link to it in the description on the YouTube broadcast of this show.
Okay.
So, join me there. I'll be in the chat. I'll probably be watching wrestling while I'm in the chat, but, because I actually made the lyric video.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which I never made a lyric video before. I kind of, I was looking, just kind of like a good job present to the band. I was going to pay for a lyric video. So I went on Fiverr and I found a guy, and the guy's like, yeah, for $15, I'll do up to a 200-word lyric video. And that song's got a few That song's got less than 100 words in it. So it was like, okay, cool, man. Yeah, I can do that. Can I throw in this title screen, blah, blah, blah. And he says, yeah, but, would you mind ordering this other gig? I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. And I thought it would be one of his other 2 gigs that are the exact same gig. Just, marketed towards a different, style of lyric video, I guess. But, so I click on this and it's like $10 for 1 minute. I'm like, well, we need at least 2 minutes here. So, I don't want to do that. I don't want to, I barely want to spend the 15, let alone 20 or 20, 30 or whatever. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. When I get up in the morning, I'm going to try and make my own damn lyric video. And, so I went ahead and, fired up my video editing program, and I'm like, how the fuck do I even add text to this? Like, I don't even know what to do. And like, by the time I got done, I'm like, okay, let me just, adjust this and adjust that. And okay, cool. Yeah, this is cool. Now I need like an effect or something. So, you'll see it in the
Star fade.
No, not this time. I did that in like one of our practice videos.
I know you did.
Yeah, because I knew Steve would get the reference back when Steve was with us, which we have on the back cover of the CD. Thanks to Steve for helping us get started.
Cool.
But the EP is called Falls Count Anywhere. And it is going to be available across all the streaming platforms. It'll be available on our Bandcamp, probably our Reverb Nation, at least for streaming on Reverb Nation. I don't know about buying, but you could buy it through Bandcamp and Google Play and Amazon and all that, and you'll be able to buy it. You'll be able to stream it through Amazon, Amazon Music and Google Google Play Music, YouTube Music, Spotify, just all the different platforms. You'll be able to do all that starting on March 12th, next Thursday.
Okay.
That is the official release date. It is also, I just found out when our CDs will be done being manufactured. So that is likely the ship date that they'll be being sent to us. So the chances are we will not have the CDs for the Head PE show because it's ground shipping coming from California leaving Thursday. So the chances of it getting here Saturday probably pretty slim. But what I can do is I should be able to get you download codes.
Yeah.
If you guys want to get the digital copy for $5, I can probably get you the download codes that you could buy at the merch table.
Yeah.
Just so we have something once the album comes out to have at the merch table. But again, March 12th is the release day. It's a 8-song EP from the Living Braindead titled Falls Count Anywhere.
And I've gotten to hear this.
Yes.
And I fucking love it.
I left you a CD that said "Play Me."
Yeah.
The night I got the final tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't even think it was it wasn't even like the final tracks.
No, it wasn't.
Because there was just like a little adjustment that needed to be made that made no difference whatsoever to like how the EP goes. It was just like you had to move some silence around a little bit, just like not at the beginning, put them at the end. And so I leave you this disc that just says "Play Me."
You know what I expected.
I know what you expected, and I showed great restraint in not doing that.
I wouldn't I don't know how mad I would have been because this was first thing in the morning.
Yes.
No coffee whatsoever yet.
Yeah, I didn't tell you that we got the final mixes, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna burn a CD. So 1, I had to find my blank CDs. 2, I had to figure out how the fuck to burn a CD because I haven't burned a CD in I don't know how long. So I'm just like, all right, what do I do? And I figured it out. Like, I found the blank CDs, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put it in and see what happens.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you have choices for what you do with blank media.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
It's like, okay. And it's like, do you want to burn a CD with Windows Media Player? I'm like, yes, the fuck I do. Click. And so I loaded all the songs in order in the Windows Media Player because they weren't the track, like the MP3 files weren't numbered. I actually numbered them before I sent them to Nick because it's like, no, I want you to listen to this in order, you know? So I had listened to them in order, but I was just kind of like clicking around to find the songs. So I threw them in the Windows Media Player and put them in order, and I hit burn, and I wrote "Play Me," and I put it on your
My little desk area.
little makeshift desk out there.
Yeah.
And because I was like, I'm not even gonna tell her that we have the final mixes, just gonna let her hear them. And so I did that, and like after the fact, I'm like, fuck. I missed a golden opportunity here. Oh well.
Oh well.
And then I was really glad that I found the blank CDs to burn that for you, because the next day, when I got the final mixes and was getting ready to send them off to the printer to get the CDs made, I had to make a master. Like I had to put them in this program, and it's like, do you want to burn a copy of the master disc just to make sure everything's good? And I'm like, well, yeah, that sounds like something
That's a really
smart to
good
do.
idea, yeah.
So I'm like, and they highly recommend it. So I hit the button, and it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, you can, just put your blank CD in, and we're going to burn exactly what we're going to burn when it gets here.
Yeah.
And so I burnt that, and I went out to the dining room and stood there and listened to the EP for like the fourth or fifth or sixth time at that point. And I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, it sounds good. And then I sent it off to the printing company there, and I accidentally sent them wrong artwork.
Oh shit.
And so but this was Sunday nights, and they were closed, and I'm like, all right, I gotta get up first thing tomorrow at 11 Eastern, which is like 8 Pacific time when they open.
Yeah.
And call them and be like, yo. And I called, and it's just like, thank you for calling company. Your call may be recorded for training and customer service, whatever the fuck, the usual spiel. But it was just that over and over and over and over and over again.
Oh my god.
And then I got disconnected. So I call back, and it's just that over and over and over and over. And then finally, there's hold music that occasionally gets interrupted by, that exact message.
Yeah.
And then I got disconnected again. So call back a third time. Third time was a charm. I finally got a rep. I'm like, hey, I screwed up.
Oh.
Can we fix this? And she was like, telling me what to do. And I'm like, yeah, I actually already did exactly what you just told me to do. So the artwork is on your site. It's in my portfolio. I need you to just swap the artwork. And then they sent us the idea. You'll see you'll get to see the album cover later on. We're gonna put up the new website, and we're gonna put it up for pre-order on Bandcamp tonight. But you get to see the album cover, and the idea was Brian had the idea of, we're gonna call the EP Falls Count Anywhere. And we just got this idea of, let's just do a wrestling flyer, like an old school. So we found this old school wrestling flyer. It had like Andre the Giant on it.
Oh shit.
And we're just like, that's what we're going for.
Yeah.
And the idea that we had originally come up with was like, you hold the CD and you're looking at the cover, and then you like flip it vertically instead of flipping it horizontally like you normally. You flip it vertically, and then the track listing is like right there. So if you were to unfold the eco jacket, it's gonna come in. It just looks like a straight up wrestling flyer.
Cool.
And then we got the proof for the artwork yesterday, and it was they swapped the cover around because that's how it's supposed to be. Mm. It's the more traditional way to do it, and I think they just thought I was an idiot. And, so I'm like, guys, do we want to argue about this, or do we want this like at a reasonable sense of on time? In relation to when we ordered it,
yeah.
Because it was like, if you request edits, it's going to be an extra 1 to 2 days.
Ooh.
Like, we don't want that shit. All right, fuck it. It's a minor detail. Nobody's going to notice except for us. Let's just fucking do it. It looks great otherwise. Let's send this out and get this done.
Yeah.
So I literally just got there. They just went into production on it, and it should be shipped out to us Thursday, and hopefully we'll have it soon enough. Yeah. But we are going to put it up on, it'll be up on Bandcamp tonight for pre-order for the digital and the CD.
Sweet.
You can also, you can also wait till it comes on your streaming platform of choice. Either way, it's going to be March 12th that it's going to be available.
Okay.
Except for the CD. The CD, I'm planning on saying that it's going to ship out probably Monday.
Okay.
The Monday after that, so the 16th.
Okay.
But yeah, it's super exciting for us right now because we're
great.
getting this new EP out finally, and
Yeah, I'm super happy for you guys.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys have been working your asses off. Well, I mean, I can't really speak for everybody. Well, Brian for sure, because he did all of the recording and mixing and mastering, correct?
Yes, Brian did an excellent job, and
Yes, it sounds awesome.
He's mixed his own stuff, the Silence the Cynic stuff before, and was kind of concerned about how this was going to come out, and actually he sent it to a couple of engineers he knows, and I sent it to somebody I know who I really trust with, especially punk music. And his guys were like, try this technique and try that technique. And Jay from On the Cinder got back to me and he was like, well, here's what I would do. Mm-hmm. And just has this list of things like, cut this frequency and then do this. And then, don't do so much of this. And Brian said, Jay's advice was like super helpful in getting it done.
That's awesome.
So
thank you, Jay.
And I would absolutely, if there was, if I were to go anywhere else, my first choice would be Flower House anyway.
Yeah.
To work with Jay because I've seen what he does as an engineer. He did the Yellow Sauce, Ballad of Bob Paul.
Yeah.
And I got to go in there firsthand and work with him and do the my narration part.
The beginning of it all.
And particularly the pulled over skit.
Yep.
Because it was like, okay, it wasn't just like, okay, go in there and record your bit. It was, okay, here's what we're gonna do. You guys are gonna sit in these chairs. This is gonna be the front seat of your car.
Oh man.
And we're gonna put a microphone here, and we're gonna put a microphone here, and that's gonna be, and Joe's gonna walk up and he's gonna talk to you like you're in a car and he's a cop pulling you over.
That's awesome.
And we're gonna mix it so it sounds that way, and it sounds great if you go back and listen to it. And then like
I had no idea.
He added some footsteps and window rolling down sounds, and he did a great job. And just he went
That's
for that
awesome.
level of authenticity, and it was just like, okay, cool. I could have sat in my studio and done this, and it would have just been me narrating. But this is fucking cool that he thought to do all of this.
Yeah.
To kind of make it sound more authentic.
Yeah. Especially if you're listening with headphones on, that's probably really cool.
Which was great, and that was the first time I met Jay. That was the first time, and he had been in my people you might know on Facebook for the longest time because one of my best friends' names is Jason Wright. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's gonna get confusing. I don't know this guy. I'm not adding him, and then I found out. Then I met him, and we got out of the car. I'm like, Leland, who was that guy? He knows who I am. Why don't I know him? He's like, oh, that's Jason Wright. Like, oh, that's Jason. Okay, so I added Jay, and now Jay's one of my favorite people in the music scene, and I like to we get to interview them all the time, and I've hung out with them at shows and everything. So
always a good time.
Yeah, me and him and Alex were hanging out at that Aquabats show, and they came with me to the show that we had booked at Tudor that same night.
Yep. What show was that?
That was TJ was on there and Christina Stock.
It was a singer-songwriter type thing, so it didn't do great.
Yeah, actually they came because I think they wanted to see Christina Stock. Yeah. So they came out to they walked over with me after the Aquabats show and we watched her play, and
she's awesome.
Got to see TJ break a couple of strings, and
oh my God, that's right. That was hilarious.
He had to use her guitar because he broke he broke strings on both of his.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, like from the original mix that I got to the final mix was just like, wow, like this is a real, like the first one wasn't terrible. There was just, things that could have been done a little better. And finally, you know, with Jay's advice and the people that Brian reached out to, their advice, you know, it came out really well. I'm very happy with how everything sounds, and
Awesome.
looking
Yeah,
forward
I'm pretty happy.
looking forward to finally getting this out, so everybody else besides you and I and you know, my band and their people can hear it. You know, that's why I was like, I gotta send this to Nick Lucido. It's gotta go out.
Yeah.
Somebody's gotta hear this. You know.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, Nick always is you know, right up front with
Yeah.
here's the XM Priory stuff. Don't tell anybody you have this.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So I sent him, you know, a shh emoji. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's I'm looking forward to finally getting this website redesign up. We just redid the website
Yeah.
not too long ago, but I basically have this new one ready to go. That is the colors scheme and artwork to match the album cover and everything. So
That's nice. Keeping all of your marketing uniforms.
it's all about branding.
It is.
All about
It
branding.
really
That's
is.
that's why I got this, you know, nice red and cream guitar pick here, and you know, we're doing a drum head in the same style whenever
Yeah.
John ends up getting it, you know. But yeah, you know, we kind of we've been about branding since we started, and now it's like,
Yeah.
okay, now we're gonna really stick to some kind of consistency here with the album cover and the photos and everything. And we're going to take the photos that we did, and not necessarily the ones that are going on the cover. Like mine and John are different on like the social media and everything than we are on the album cover. And also like the disc itself, the only person who has the same photo on the disc itself that's on the cover is me, because of like the way that we did the CD, the disc artwork, because I was the only one facing the right direction on that in the pose that I needed to be in.
That's funny.
So I had to switch John's photo,
Yeah.
and then we put Kevin and Brian's. We called them the Mortal Kombat 3 versus screen poses.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we did that on the disc itself, and then you know, John and I have ours on the front cover, but. What happened with the artwork was I was wearing a Buffalo Sabres, my '90s Buffalo Sabres hat. It's got the
Yeah.
the little B logo on the back of it,
Yep.
which for me is always the front usually. So I'm wearing that, and I'm like, you know, I really probably should cover that up. Like the disc, the Ghostbusters logo on the disc is not going to make a huge difference, because Kevin was wearing a Ghostbusters shirt, and that made it onto the disc.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to make sure like there was no copyrighted stuff like on the album cover itself.
Right.
You know, I mean, like my Metallica tattoos are showing a little bit, but
What are you gonna do?
you're not really gonna notice. You know, not really gonna make that connection. Like, oh, hey, Metallica. You know,
Do you think Metallica would like sue over your sleeve?
no,
Maybe. Would that be funny if they did, or would that be really awful?
I don't know. It'd give me a chance to meet
Anyways.
Metallica, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So, so I wanted to cover up the Buffalo Sabres logo on my hat, and so what happened was when I was dragging the artwork, I didn't attach that, and it didn't drag with the rest of the artwork, so it ended up like on John's fist right above the verses on the album cover. You see the album cover. You know, once we release this this lyric video at 8:30, so it was like, oh shit, that's in the wrong spot. Kevin says they would sue me.
They would.
Yeah.
I think if nothing else, Lars would start a fight.
Yeah.
He would throw a little shit fit.
I don't know. Everybody's like, oh, Lars, Metallica's sue happy, and they like to lawyer up. Like, Metallica's also the band that was like looking at Beatallica, the Beatles Metallica mashup band, where Sony Music is like, no, fuck you, you can't do that. And Lars is like, fuck you, Sony, yes, they can. Like, Metallica will go to bat for you sometimes, you know? Like, they're not as big of assholes as the whole Napster thing.
Listen, when they're in my corner, I'll believe it.
But anyway, So yeah, I had to I noticed, and I'm like, oh shit, I fucked up, and I called them the next day, and they're like, okay, yeah, just this is what you have to do, and okay, we'll make sure it gets to the art department. And then when I got the proof, it was the right artwork. I'm like, yes, I'm happy they got the right artwork on the cover. I'm not happy they flipped the back cover.
Yeah.
But I'm happy they got the correct artwork on the front cover, which is the most important part.
Yeah, it really is.
Because, it's got to match what we're selling online.
Yeah.
So that was taken care of, and that was nice. But yeah, I got to give them credit for that. I just want to see, okay, we got to get out of here in about a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, so, they did a fantastic job of making everything look good and fitting where it needs to fit. And, and then the next day it was like file issue, album or data or whatever. And I'm like, oh, fuck, what happened now?
Yeah.
And I'm not getting emails from them. So I call and I'm like, hey, what's this mean?
Yeah.
And he's, oh, yeah, everything. No, it looks like everything's fine. I'll send you an invoice in the email if you're not getting emails. I get a text yesterday, and it's about we need to proof the artwork. And I'm like, well, okay. We sent it to you in email. You need to proof the artwork. Like, okay. So I am sitting there. I'm waiting. This is while I'm waiting for pizza, and I'm waiting for Mark Lee, and I'm just like checking my phone checking my phone every 5 seconds, waiting for this artwork to come through. This artwork didn't come through for like 3 hours.
Oh, how frustrating.
But luckily, I was able to get to it on their website. Like,
Yeah.
I had my phone in my hand. I was about to dial the number, call them for a third time.
Yeah.
And luckily, I went on the website and I happened to see, oh, download here. Click. Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
there's the artwork. So now it's in production, and now it'll be shipped on Thursday. Now I won't have to call them. So hopefully, I won't have to call them for anything else. But as of right now, it looks like we will have them probably at the latest on Monday, the 16th, the physical copies. And of course, once again, the EP Falls Count Anywhere will be available on all the digital platforms, barring anything going catastrophically wrong by the 12th.
But hey.
It'll at least be on our Bandcamp by the 12th, if not the other streaming platforms. So.
But hey, I think that everyone should try and get out and see some local music this weekend. And mostly they should try to get to Tudor Lounge on
Absolutely.
the 7th so they can see all this great music that's going to be on this upcoming EP that you guys are releasing.
And also see the great music that's going to be on this Barksdales EP called Bangers.
Nice.
This is a song from Bangers. It is called Your Life on all WNY ThinkSoJoE show. We'll see you next week, and hopefully Saturday at Tudor Lounge. Here's Barksdales. Any second now.